Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? Okay, let's get my readers on. Everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, the two things I want to cover here are, does this whole thing between the Orange Menace and the Muskrat self-implode? I kind of did a reading on that earlier, but I want to kind of say it this way. I'm saying it in another way. Also, the talk between the Orange Menace and Put Put, what was that whole thing about? Now, it was supposedly about Ukraine and that war and him ending that war between those two. But we all know that's BS. Putin wants to take over Ukraine, and Ukraine doesn't want to be taken over. I don't know what there is to discuss. But, and Ukraine definitely isn't going to give up their country. One, they want their country, but number two, NATO, I think it's NATO who said they're going to help them. So, and European countries have every reason to help Ukraine, okay? They know that Put Put, his plan is to go into, well, it's basically, what is that country right next to it? I'm trying to think of the name of that country right next to it. Is it Poland? I think it's Poland. For him to run into Poland and then just keep on going, okay? He wants to take over all of Europe. And they know that Ukraine is there and it could stop him. So, it's a good thing. And, you know, it's not their soldiers aren't fighting in it. Ukraine is. So, feed them the money and let them defend us. So, all right. So, let's do a reading on that. So, the first thing I want to do is, does the whole thing between the Orange Menace and the Muskrat just self-implode? Okay, let's ask what cards we should use. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit, for this reading, should I use the True Crime Oracle cards? Yep, okay. I was thinking that I should anyway. Look, whenever we're talking about these two, we're talking about crime, okay? Because that's all they know how to do. They're disgusting. It's like all they know how to do is commit crimes. It's like, what is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you? One, two, three. So, Spirit, does this whole thing between the Orange Menace and the Muskrat self-implode? So, Spirit, does this whole thing between the Orange Menace and the Muskrat self-implode? Let us know everything we can know right now about this whole nightmare. Okay. Let's divide it in threes. 1, 2, 3. What's on the bottom? Grandparents. You guys know what I think about this card? This is the Orange Menace's death card. Yeah, look, yes, this relationship, them, the whole thing is going to be left out in the desert. I believe this means everything. Their relationship, the Orange Menace's presidency. Yes, it implodes. It's left out in the desert. Why? This is the part of it, of everything, the greed. Because they're so damn greedy. They were greedy, so they had to steal the election in the first place. That was their first greed. They're both money hungry, greedy. Then they get in there and they want everything in the office. They want all of our money, our Social Security. They want all the money that's supposed to go to these poor countries. It's disgusting. Just greed. Now, what is with this wooded area? All right, we'll see if we can get confirmation on that as we keep going. Okay, this is the relationship between the two of them. Marriage or wedding. And they're both going to be, look at that. This is above it, desert. They're both going to be left out in the desert. Okay, I like seeing this. It's going to be a short road, which is telling us we don't have too much longer to wait for these fools to self-implode. This is the orange menace, because he's kind of like a celebrity. Hopefully he's a celebrity with some orange jumpsuit to match his orange face. One would hope. Travel. Someone's going to try to escape. I think they're both going to try to escape. This is Muskrat, outer space. Is that fool going to try to escape to outer space? You know what? I know that sounds crazy, but let's just ask. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit. Is the Muskrat going to try to escape, and his escape's going to be outer space? Okay. No. Clear. The answer to that was no. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit. Is the orange menace, once this whole thing gets exposed, is he going to try to escape? Yes. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit. Is the orange menace, once this is all exposed, is he going to try to escape? No. So the orange menace isn't going to try to escape, but the Muskrat is. And I've gotten that so many times, the Muskrat is going to try to get out of Dodge. And remember in the last reading we got that that Muskrat ends up telling on Trump that he stole the election and gives proof and everything. That's what the cards and the energy said, and the pendulum. So, and that's what energy is right now. Crazy. Okay, debt. This is not the money debt. This debt is the fact that Muskrat gave the Orange Menace the presidency, so he owed a debt to Muskrat, and he didn't pay his debt. And that's why this whole thing is going to get blown up. This is the main card. It was the last one, because he didn't pay his debt to the Muskrat. Okay, here's the Muskrat. He didn't pay his debts to the Muskrat. This is their relationship. This is the Orange Menace himself. But because he didn't pay his debts, because of the greed of the whole thing, this whole presidency and their relationship, the whole thing is going to end up in the desert. Short, this right here, look how short that road is. It's a short road until this happens. Muskrat is going to go on the run. Not on the run, he'll just go to another country. I think he has, I don't think he can go to any country so easily because he's broken so many laws, so many places. So I don't know where he'll run to, but I'm sure he's making plans for his escape. The Orange Menace's death card always comes into play here. And the reason I say it's a death card is because to me that's heaven. And these are like his grandparents or parents waiting for him. So I've just made this his death card. I get it every time I talk about the Orange Menace. Every time. I don't know what is with this wooded area. Is someone going to end up in a wooded area? I don't know. Let me see if I can't clarify it. I don't really care if I can clarify it or not, because I got enough information that this relationship is going to okay. So with this, I was trying to clarify it. I got fraud. So yes, this whole thing is going to blow up because of the fraud. Look at, because of Muskrat's computers and all the fraud and the stealing of the election. And the wooded area, now that I'm looking at it, this is what it's going to end up being. The presidency is just going to end up being a dark, lonely place. I'm getting that they're both going to feel like they're just in a dark, lonely place. Like it's all over. It's all gone. It's done. I'm not looking at the words as much as I'm looking at the scene. Look at that. That's how they're going to feel. Like it's over. Because of our fraud, we're going to end up in a dark, wooded place. I'm not saying physically, but that's how they're going to feel. Okay? I'm glad I clarified that, because when I brought this card out, the meaning of that came out. Interesting. So, I've gotten that it's going to implode. Okay? Musk is going to run. It's going to run. They're both going to end up in the end feeling like in a dark, lonely place. And it is going to implode. Because of all their greed, shady dealings, stealing the election. Okay, I want to know also the talk. Okay, I shouldn't talk over there because then you guys, my microphone's right here in my phone. The talk between the Orange Menace and Putt Putt. What was all that about? What was discussed? Clear, clear, clear. Spirit, for this next reading, should I use what lies beneath cards? No. Clear, clear, clear. Spirit, for this next reading, should I use the True Crime Oracle cards? Okay, said yes. I guess True Crime is what I'm supposed to use today. That's what I pretty much always get with this Orange Menace and Muskrat. They're always like, no, True Crime. Two. Three. Okay, Spirit, what was the conversation between Orange Menace and Putt Putt? If you don't know what I mean by Putt Putt is the man who runs Russia. Okay, you guys understand now. Spirit, let us know what the conversation between Putt Putt was and the Orange Menace. Everything you can let us know. One, two, three. Okay, what's on the bottom? Healing. And we also got a hospital bed. I always get a mental hospital when I see this. Because it doesn't look very, it looks like a mental hospital. Alright, so that's what I'm going to say about that right now. We'll go back to that. Alright, so what things were discussed between Putt Putt, I think that was yesterday, between Putt Putt and the Orange Menace. The debt. That's what it was. That was what was discussed. And the debt that the Orange Menace owes Putt Putt. And the debt is the stolen election. And making sure that he stays in that office so that Putt Putt can run him. He wants Putin wants to make sure that the Orange Menace remains his puppet, okay? Orange Menace, he tells the Orange Menace, you owe me a debt. I got you the White House. Now you do what I tell you to do, okay? And Muskrat is just there to make sure. That's the man in there making sure, because he works for Pud Pud too, making sure that the Orange Menace is following orders. They discussed how many mountains there are to accomplish what they want to accomplish. I think they're discussing how it's not been easy. Okay, they had all those executive orders, which a bunch of them were what, I'm sure some were what the Orange Menace wanted, but most of it's what Pud Pud wants. And it's been a mountain to get over. There's mountains and mountains of legal cases. So they're talking about all of the executive orders and all the legal cases. And I'm getting that Pud Pud is not happy because it's way more difficult than he thought it would be. Because Pud Pud he's a dictator. So in his country, he just says whatever and it happens. Well, we're not. We're a democracy. So he's learning that it's not as easy to take a democracy down as he thought it would be. That if he gets in there and hurries up and has him do all these executive orders, hurry up, and flood the system with all these executive orders, that he could just easily do this. So that card, Mountains, really shows he's frustrated. This road looks long. So they know that this is going to be a long road to get to where they want. Dude, you're not getting nowhere. Imprisonment. Behind bars. This is what I feel that Orange Menace feels. He feels like he's behind bars. He feels imprisoned because he's owned. He made his bed and now he has to lie in it. So he feels, this is how he feels. Let me out of this nightmare. Well, dude, you decided to get yourself up in that nightmare, okay? Okay, life insurance. This is what's come to me. See this right here? Pud Pud is saying he wants some insurances. He wants some insurances that he's going to get all of whatever the executive orders, because they're having a hard time. They've been a mountain to climb. They've been mountains to climb. There's way too many lawsuits over all this. He wants some insurance that he's going to that the Orange Menace is going to produce. Get over all these mountains. Get over all of these lawsuits. He wants some insurances. So far, this conversation looks intense. They've also discussed all those votes that were thrown away in a landfill. Either thrown away, burned, however they were taken. They've been discussing the steal. Okay, also a bunch of other secrets. And here's Pud Pud himself. Look at this, how this reads. This is Pud Pud himself. Look how nasty he is. That's exactly who Pud Pud is, the way that looks. Pud Pud has told the Orange Menace he wants some insurances about all those executive orders that he has written, that he wants him to accomplish, and to get over the mountain. Get over all of the lawsuits. He wants insurances. Okay, this is the message I got. A download came in. If you want to stay alive, you'll do this if you want to stay alive. So what I'm being told, yeah, that's a download that came Yeah, he's being threatened. He's been getting threatened by everybody. He's getting threatened by Putt-Putt. He's getting threatened by Muskrat. It's a damn mess up in there. It is a mess. Just like last time. A mess, but worse. But worse. Okay, this is what came to me with this card now. This is where he feels like he's going to end up. Hurt in the hospital. Death. Remember I told you this reminded me of like a mental ward. But he's afraid. He's afraid he's going to end up hurt. He's going to need some healing when they're done with him. That's how he's feeling. Interesting reading. Way more to it than I thought there would be. Some things that I thought, but also just, well, I guess it's exactly what I thought. They would be discussing all the executive orders that he wants him to do, which is bringing down America and our democracy, discussing, of course, the steal of the election. And the thing, I guess I was surprised that he's getting his life threatened. I mean, I could see it, but I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Very interesting. Okay, did we read everything? Let's see. Yeah, we read everything. Okay. Okay, you guys, I think that's it for today. I may come back and do another one. I may not. I may do that fourth one tomorrow. We'll see. And if anything else comes up today, I'll pop back on because, you know, anything can go down with these people. But you guys, the more drama I see, the more solace I feel. Okay? So hopefully you guys can take that also. Because this is turning into like a Kardashian TV show. Okay? It's a train wreck. You know you're watching a train wreck. You know, you're enjoying it because you're watching a train wreck. Now, I'm not enjoying it because this is our country, okay? This is not a TV show. But let it bring you some solace, because the more that this looks like a Kardashian reality show, the faster we're going to get to the train wreck, okay? And when we get to the train wreck, that's when change can be made. So, we're seeing it. Get some popcorn, sit back and relax, and don't stress out too much now, okay? We're getting towards at least the part where the train wreck explodes. And then that's when exposure can start of them still in the election. The whole thing is going to start. They said when we've gotten, a lot of us have done readings, it has said that once the train wreck happens, the way the information falls out will be so fast, it'll make our heads spin. We'll be like, I'm sure we're already doing that, okay? All right, you guys, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions or anything you want me to read on, leave it below. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? If not, if I don't come back. But I think I'm done for today. All right. Love, peace, and happiness. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.